Our planet is facing a crisis. Pollution levels are soaring and climate change is no longer a distant threat, but a stark reality. In the face of this challenge, a new contender has emerged, promising a cleaner, greener future. The electric car. Sleek, silent, and seemingly futuristic, electric vehicles have taken the world by storm. But are these high-tech marvels truly the environmental saviors they are touted to be? Or do they come with their own set of hidden costs? On the surface, the answer seems obvious. Electric cars produce zero tailpipe emissions, a stark contrast to their gas-guzzling counterparts. This shift towards electric mobility holds the potential to significantly reduce greenhouse gas emissions, cleaning up our air and combating climate change. However, the environmental equation is not as simple as it seems. The production of electric car batteries, particularly the mining of lithium and other rare earth metals, raises serious environmental concerns. So, are electric cars the solution to our environmental woes, or do they simply shift the problem elsewhere? Join us as we delve deep into the world of electric vehicles, exploring their benefits, drawbacks, and their ultimate impact on our planet. Let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the lack thereof, when it comes to tailpipe emissions from electric cars. Unlike their gasoline-powered counterparts, electric vehicles produce zero direct emissions. This means no carbon dioxide, no nitrogen oxides, and no particulate matter spewing into the atmosphere as you navigate city streets or cruise down the highway. This difference is particularly significant in urban areas, where traffic congestion often leads to concentrated pockets of harmful pollutants. While it's true that the electricity used to charge electric cars may be generated from fossil fuels, resulting in indirect emissions, even when factoring in these upstream emissions, studies consistently show that electric vehicles have a significantly lower carbon footprint compared to conventional cars. Moreover, as the world transitions towards cleaner energy sources, with renewables like solar and wind power taking center stage, the environmental advantage of electric cars will only become more pronounced. The grid is getting greener, and electric vehicles are perfectly positioned to reap the benefits. Now let's shift our focus from global climate change to a more immediate concern, particularly for those of us living in densely populated urban areas: air quality. As I mentioned earlier, traditional combustion engine vehicles are major contributors to urban air pollution. The fine particulate matter and nitrogen oxides released from exhaust pipes have been linked to a range of respiratory and cardiovascular problems, impacting the health and well-being of millions. Electric cars, with their zero tailpipe emissions, offer a much-needed solution. By reducing the concentration of harmful pollutants in our cities, electric vehicles can play a crucial role in improving public health, particularly for vulnerable populations such as children and the elderly. Imagine cities where you can breathe deeply without concern, where the air is clean and fresh. That's the promise of electric mobility, and it's a future worth striving for. Furthermore, the lack of engine noise from electric vehicles can significantly reduce noise pollution, making our urban environments more livable and enjoyable. Section 3. Beyond the tailpipe, a holistic environmental assessment. However, it's crucial to acknowledge that the environmental impact of electric cars extends beyond their tailpipe emissions. We need to consider the entire life cycle of these vehicles, from the sourcing of raw materials to the manufacturing process and eventual disposal. The production of lithium-ion batteries, which power most electric cars, requires the extraction of raw materials like lithium, cobalt, and nickel. These mining operations can have significant environmental consequences, including habitat destruction, water pollution, and greenhouse gas emissions. It's imperative that we address these challenges head-on by promoting responsible mining practices, ensuring fair labor conditions, and investing in recycling technologies to recover valuable materials from end-of-life batteries. Transparency and ethical sourcing are crucial. We cannot simply shift the environmental burden from one part of the planet to another. We must strive for a truly sustainable electric vehicle industry, one that minimizes its ecological footprint at every stage of the game. Section 1. The battery conundrum: environmental costs and concerns. While electric cars themselves don't produce tailpipe emissions, the batteries that power them do come with their own set of environmental challenges. The production process, from mining the raw materials to assembling the battery cells, is energy-intensive and can generate significant carbon emissions, especially if the electricity used in manufacturing comes from fossil fuel sources. Moreover, The mining of lithium, cobalt, and nickel, essential components of most electric car batteries, raises concerns about habitat destruction, water pollution, and even human rights issues in some mining regions. These are complex problems with no easy solutions. However, it's important to remember that the environmental impact of battery production is not a static issue. Technological advancements are constantly being made to improve the sustainability of battery manufacturing. For instance, researchers are exploring new battery chemistries that use less environmentally problematic materials, as well as developing more efficient recycling processes to recover valuable metals from end-of-life batteries. The industry is evolving rapidly. Section 2. The resource race, sourcing materials for electric car batteries. As demand for electric vehicles soars, so does the need for raw materials for batteries. This has led to a resource race for lithium, cobalt, and nickel. Diversifying supply chains and ethical sourcing are crucial. Researchers are exploring sodium-ion batteries as alternatives. Innovation in battery technology is essential for sustainability. The transition to electric mobility requires more than just switching from gasoline-powered cars to electric ones. It also demands a fundamental transformation of our energy infrastructure. To support widespread electric vehicle adoption, we need a robust and reliable charging infrastructure. This means installing charging stations in homes, workplaces, public parking lots, and along highways. It also requires investments in smart grid technologies to manage the increased demand for electricity and ensure that vehicles can be charged efficiently and sustainably. Moreover, it's essential to remember that the environmental benefits of electric vehicles are maximized when they are powered by clean energy sources. If we charge our electric cars with electricity generated from fossil fuels, we're essentially shifting emissions upstream, from the tailpipe to the power plant. Therefore, the transition to electric mobility must go hand in hand with a rapid transition to a renewable energy future. We need to invest in solar, wind, geothermal, and other clean energy sources to ensure that our electric vehicles are truly green from well to wheel. While battery electric vehicles or BEVs are currently the most prevalent type of electric car on the market, they are not the only game in town. Other electric vehicle technologies, such as hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, offer intriguing possibilities. Fuel cell vehicles use hydrogen gas to generate electricity on board, emitting only water vapor as a byproduct. This technology holds promise, especially for long-range transportation, as hydrogen can be refueled much faster than batteries can be recharged. However, hydrogen fuel cell technology also faces challenges, including the need for a dedicated hydrogen production and distribution infrastructure, as well as the energy-intensive process of producing hydrogen gas itself. The future of electric mobility might not be limited to a single technology, but rather a combination of different solutions, each suited to specific applications and transportation needs. Continued research and development are crucial to explore the full potential of these alternative technologies. The electric car revolution is happening now. We're witnessing a surge in electric vehicle adoption worldwide. Norway leads with electric cars dominating new sales. Other nations are catching up quickly. China invests heavily in electric vehicle production. Europe sets ambitious targets for electric vehicle sales. Climate concerns and policies drive this shift. Challenges remain, but momentum is undeniable. A fundamental shift in transportation is underway. Section 2. Incentives and innovation. Governments driving the electric shift. Governments are accelerating the shift to electric mobility with incentives and regulations. Financial incentives like tax credits and rebates make electric cars more affordable. Perks include free parking and HOV lane access. Governments set ambitious EV sales targets and stricter emissions standards. Investments in R&D and public-private collaboration drive innovation. Section 3. The renewable equation, powering electric cars with clean energy. To fully realize the benefits of electric vehicles, they must be powered by clean energy sources. Charging with fossil fuels shifts emissions from the tailpipe to the power plant. Transitioning to renewable energy is essential for sustainable electric mobility. Investing in solar, wind, and other clean energy sources is crucial. Smart grid technologies help integrate renewables and manage demand. The convergence of electric mobility and renewable energy creates a sustainable transportation system. Powering electric cars with clean energy reduces emissions and improves air quality. Section 1. The Long Game Sustainability Showdown. Assessing car sustainability means looking beyond tailpipe emissions to the entire life cycle. Electric cars have a higher initial carbon footprint, but this is rapidly improving. Once on the road, electric cars offer clear environmental benefits. With zero tailpipe emissions, they reduce greenhouse gases significantly. Gasoline cars, however, continue to emit pollutants throughout their lifespan. The environmental equation is just one part of the story when comparing electric and gasoline cars. Considering the total cost of ownership, including upfront purchase price, fuel or electricity costs, maintenance and resale value, provides a more comprehensive picture. While electric cars typically have a higher initial purchase price, this difference is often offset over time by lower operating costs. Electricity is generally cheaper than gasoline, and electric cars require less maintenance due to their simpler powertrains with fewer moving parts. Moreover, government incentives and rebates can significantly reduce the upfront cost of electric vehicles, making them a more financially attractive option for many consumers. As battery technology continues to advance and production scales up, the cost of electric cars is expected to decrease further closing the gap with gasoline cars. When considering the long-term cost of ownership, including fuel savings, reduced maintenance costs, and potential government incentives, electric cars are becoming an increasingly compelling choice for budget-conscious consumers. The automotive industry is at a crossroads. The era of the internal combustion engine is drawing to a close, and a new era of sustainable mobility is dawning. Electric vehicles, powered by clean energy, are poised to play a pivotal role in this transformation. However, the transition to a truly sustainable transportation system requires a multifaceted approach. We need continued innovation in battery technology, expansion of charging infrastructure, and a rapid shift towards renewable energy sources. Moreover, we must address the social equity dimensions of this transition, ensuring that everyone has access to affordable and sustainable transportation options, regardless of income level or geographic location. No one should be left behind in this journey towards a cleaner, greener future. The choices we make today will shape the world of tomorrow. By embracing electric vehicles, supporting renewable energy, and advocating for sustainable transportation policies, we can create a brighter future for generations to come. The road ahead is clear, and the time for action is now. Electric vehicles present both solutions and challenges for the environment. They offer zero tailpipe emissions and cleaner air. However, the production process has environmental impacts. We must strive for a sustainable approach to electric mobility. The transition to a more sustainable transportation system is not a choice between two extremes, but rather a journey of continuous improvement. Electric vehicles represent a significant leap forward, but they are not a silver bullet solution. We need to continue investing in research and development, pushing the boundaries of battery technology, exploring alternative electric vehicle technologies like hydrogen fuel cells, and constantly seeking ways to make electric vehicles more efficient, affordable, and accessible to all. Furthermore, we must recognize that true sustainability extends beyond the vehicles themselves. It requires rethinking our transportation systems as a whole, embracing public transportation, walking, cycling, and other forms of active transportation, and creating cities designed for people, not just cars. The future of transportation is not about simply replacing one type of car with another. It's about creating a diverse, interconnected, and sustainable mobility ecosystem that meets the needs of both people and the planet. The transition to a more sustainable transportation future is not just a task for governments and corporations. It's a collective effort that requires the active participation of each and every one of us. Whether you're ready to make the switch to an electric car today, exploring alternative transportation options, advocating for sustainable transportation policies, or simply staying informed about the latest advancements in electric mobility, your actions matter. Educate yourself about the environmental impact of your transportation choices. Support companies that are committed to sustainability. Engage in conversations about the future of transportation in your community. Every small step we take collectively can make a big difference. The road to a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable transportation future is paved with innovation, collaboration, and a shared commitment to creating a better world for generations to come. Join the electric revolution and be a part of the solution.